Welcome, everyone, and welcome to Redline. Here today, it's all about the electrifying world of Porsche. We're diving into the all-new 2024 Porsche Macan EV. Is it a bold leap forward, or the beginning of the end for Porsche's petrol-head paradise? Will this be the model that transforms our perception of electric vehicles, or a step too far for the purist? Let's find out. Feast your eyes on this beauty, the 2024 Porsche Macan EV. Let's delve into what makes it tick. With an impressive battery range, state-of-the-art motor specs, and a luxurious interior, the Macan EV offers two trims with dual-motor all-wheel drive. The base model has 402 horsepower and 479 foot-pounds of torque, providing a 381-mile range. Meanwhile, the turbo model boasts a staggering 630 horsepower and 833 foot-pounds of torque, with a 367-mile range. Featuring a 100 kilowatt-hour battery supporting fast charging up to 270 kilowatts. The design is adapted for efficiency with a spacious interior, slightly longer than its gas counterpart. Porsche's electric Macan marks another bold step into the electric future since the Taycan. But does this electric Macan still carry the Porsche DNA we all admire? The Macan EV's design language speaks volumes about Porsche's vision for the future, blending away classic lines with modern aerodynamic flourishes. The tactile feel of the interior, the placement of the gauges, and the unmistakable Porsche ergonomics all speak to a heritage that refuses to be left behind, even as the engine's familiar roar gives way to electric silence. But wait, not everything is as great as it seems. Could Porsche's electric venture, especially with the iconic Macan, backfire? What does this market shift mean for Porsche? Could this electric transition alienate die-hard Porsche enthusiasts who live and breathe petrol engines? Being a brand with a solid history, reputation, and fan base, it's hard to imagine Porsche failing with a new production car, even if the Macan no longer has its twin-turbo V6. Known as the entry-level Porsche, often owned by families for daily driving and the occasional rev of the engine, the question is, does the electrification and the removal of a twin-turbo V6 really matter to the Macan driver? Only time can tell. The Macan EV's foray into the electric world isn't just a technological leap, it's a cultural pivot. As we enter a world increasingly contentious with electrical vehicles, Porsche faces the challenge of retaining its identity while embracing change. The gamble here isn't just about sales figures, it's about legacy, brand loyalty, and the delicate balance of innovation and tradition. Let's shift gears and talk about you, the drivers. With Porsche's hesitancy to electrify the legendary 911, are we ready for electric vehicles, especially from a brand deeply rooted in petrol-powered performance? The similarly priced petrol-powered base model 911 Carrera outsold the Taycan, showcasing the culture around petrol vehicles and the desire for what some call the embodiment of German engineering. Porsche knows what their customers want and plans to keep the 911 petrol-powered even into the 2030s. However, the electrification of beloved models like the Macan may leave many drivers with a distaste for the brand, perhaps even eventually forgetting the dream of driving a Porsche entirely. This brings us to a pivotal question. Is the resistance to electric vehicles a mere reluctance to change, or a deeper, more visceral connection to what driving a car means? For many, the sound, the feel, and the experience of driving a petrol-powered Porsche is irreplaceable. But as the world changes, so too do our perceptions. The electric vehicle revolution isn't just about technology. It's about redefining what it means to drive, what it means to be behind the wheel of a car that's both powerful and responsible. But is so-called responsible what we really want? Now, let's take a moment to reflect on Porsche's storied history with petrol engines. As we watch classic models like the 911 and the 918 Spider, is the introduction of the Macan EV signaling the end of an era for Porsche's fuel-based purity and design? The striking exterior design of the car itself, seems to have lost much of its curve and vibrant color options, with base colors consisting solely of whites, blacks, and grays. And now the headlights, shifting from the round, egg-like shape of previous years to blocky, matrix-style headlights. The body shape now resembles almost any new compact SUV, almost losing Porsche's iconic single horizontal front grille. Could all of this be just a window into the future of what Porsche is striving to be? Or just a step forward in attempt to satisfying their ever-growing fan base? As we ponder this transformation, we must ask ourselves, what do we seek in a Porsche? Is it the relentless pursuit of automotive perfection, regardless of the power source? Or is it a deeper, more profound connection to a legacy of engineering that has defined sports cars for generations? The Macan EV might just be the harbinger of a new era, where electric vehicles aren't just accepted, but celebrated for their innovation, their performance, and their contribution to a more sustainable future. Well, what are your thoughts on Porsche's electric venture with the Macan EV? Drop your opinions in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Today, we've explored the ups and downs of this electrifying journey. Porsche's future hangs in the balance. Will their gamble pay off, or are we seeing the end of an era? Share your thoughts. But before you go, let's remember one thing. The automobile industry is at a crossroads, and companies like Porsche are at the forefront, leading the charge into uncharted territory. The decisions they make today will not only shape their own future, but the future of driving as we know it. Thanks for joining us today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell for more content. Until next time, goodbye.